Okay, back to it.
Idiot. Ouch. You're obviously well enough for dumb jokes, so you can get off me.
This seems really quiet.
Clayman completely controls my heart.
Okay, there we go.
I miss Puppin.
Okay, where is that? That's so much louder! I wouldn't have expected the show to have side romances. So, if that's what they're going with with those two, I'd be a little surprised. Usually, if a show doesn't have the protagonist interested in romances, it also won't have side romances. I'm sad we haven't gotten much of the Great Sage. She's genuinely my favorite character in the show.
Hi there, Mulan. Are you doing well today?
Yes, thanks.
Sure is nice out, huh?
I have to admit, Mulan seems like kind of a weird character to have, in my opinion. Because, what was her name? Shizu? From season 1, the one that Rimuru absorbed and took the form of her. Seems like a pretty similar plot, if memory serves. So I don't know why they decided to make it two individual characters. I guess Rimuru had to kill a human at some point in order to get a human form, I guess, but like, I don't know, I feel like there would have been other options at some point in the story. Because from what I remember, this just feels like they're doing Shizu's story again with a character who's probably going to live instead, and who's not going to be anywhere as important.
Continue to lay low. Your new orders will come soon. Once it's all over, I shall set you free. You might even get to be with
When
the man you
what
love
is all
outside
over?
of your dreams.
We're building up something with both one of the other nations who had summons from Earth and then this Demon Lord. And I feel like
almost feel sorry for her.
I feel like it'd be a little difficult to have both of the plot lines happen at the same time, because they don't seem like they would coexist. So I don't know why they're focusing so much on both. Because I feel like the pacing suggests they're going to be happening around the same time. But I also don't know what the thing that will be happening is. Little bit of a problem in that regard with this stuff, because the lack of knowledge in what's going to happen could mean that they actually can, like, coexist as two separate plot lines converging and whatnot, but I don't know. I think part of my problem with not knowing what's really going on with these plot lines is that they're kind of the only ones we're following. Rimuru doesn't really have a plot line anymore. Like, he saved the kids. That's it. His story's kind of done now. He doesn't have a goal. So the villains' plot lines are kind of the only ones we can follow, and we don't really have a good idea on what their goals are or their plans. If Rimuru knew about this and
If it means
was... You met
my
him.
dream could come true,
You met this dude like 3 days ago. How do you already love him?
I will sell my soul.
What is it?
I have a request.
That is a horrible
We need your
sound.
country controlled.
That was a horrible sound. That was miserable to listen to. There are so many better ways to have static noises. If we had more of a concrete idea of what Rimuru was planning, or if he was politically preparing for this stuff, or looking into these figures, I don't know, I feel like I'd care about the story more.
Lord Old Man Barts would be better off dead. At least that way we'd all finally be free again.
I guess it's just a habit.
How are you
Bad if our true feelings were to slip out while he
enslaved?
was around.
I feel like summons have to happen because they'd be more powerful, right? So how are you enslaved? I don't think they ever specified. It might be like a thing that happened with Shizu. Am I saying that name right? It's Shizu, right? Yeah, it's Shizu. Okay. But I think something happened to force her submission to the demon guy. I don't know if something like that happened with these three. I would guess not, given that they're clearly hoping for a chance to go against their slaver and whatever, but
Out with it! That hurt!
You see that? That hobgoblin just attacked the poor woman.
what?
Isn't he one of the city's guards?
How is that how literally anyone saw what just happened there? You would have to be standing directly behind one of them to have seen it that way. Otherwise, you saw her walk up to him, touch his hand, and then jump back. Like, he didn't move his hands forward in any way. What the fuck? I was thinking to myself, yeah, good luck making anyone think anything's going wrong with this town, but like, I guess if everyone's a complete fucking dumbass who's completely blind, then yeah, I guess sure, it's easy.
Kirura's unique skill really is terrifying.
Yep. Her bewilder ability works on any target's consciousness,
Oh.
forcing them to believe Kirura and do whatever she demands.
Oh, okay.
What is this crap? I'll make this girl my slave. I'll torture her until she begs me for forgiveness.
Oh.
Disgusting. Your
Okay.
filthy thoughts are...
I can finally use my Severer skill without any limitation.
This could be bad. Listen carefully,
Is the
Gatso.
girl's
I want you to
only
see Princess Shuna say
ability
yes.
of any kind talking well?
They're serving some in the dining hall. I heard they're pretty good if you want to go with me.
Where was Rimuru?
I appreciate the offer, but I just received
Is he
one
still in
yesterday.
Dorgon?
Was it from Yo? You've been acting kind of weird lately, so I couldn't help but wonder about
Weirder than she was
This is
before?
why Clayman was in such a hurry. I guess he wasn't expecting the Demon Lord Malim to act on her own. I'm sorry, I need
Wasn't
to go.
she talking with him
I
before?
don't understand.
Don't worry. Lord Carrion is invincible. It's inconceivable that he could lose. The only person I'm concerned about right now is you.
Why? How long have these people known each other? Didn't she meet them like a week ago? Why are they talking like this has been an ongoing thing since the start of the first season? Yeah, Rimuru must still be in Dorgon then, but wasn't he planning to come back at some point? Yeah, I mean, the girls are back and they were with him in Dorgon. Where the fuck is he? I watched episode 4 like 3 days ago. I can't remember. Pacing on this is really weird. If I'm supposed to know how long these people have known each other, how am I supposed to have known that? They've given no indication. And if Rimuru's still gone, especially if he's still in the dwarf country when his advisors who were just with him are no longer with him and are back at Tempest, let me know if I'm misremembering something, because I feel like none of this is making sense.
I consider you a dear friend. With that said,
When did you...
if you insist on interfering...
When the fuck did they meet?
I love you, Mulan. Truly.
When the fuck is the... What is the timeline for this shit? They met 2 episodes ago! This is literally the end of episode
I happen to be
3.
very good with magic. I think I could prove to
What is the timeline of events here? This is some of the worst pacing I've seen recently in anything. They literally met about an episode and a half ago. And he's proclaiming his love for her now. Like... What? How can the pacing be unbelievably slow while simultaneously having so much happen off screen? This entire relationship was built off screen. Legitimately. The entire relationship between these two. We've gotten like, I don't know, 5 minutes of it? And now I'm supposed to believe the power of love will change things? What the fuck? I'm starting to get Overlord vibes in a show that I don't think that formula will work in. Overlord focused a lot on the side characters, and up until the end of Season 4, I was fine with that because it portrayed the horror of fighting a figure like Ainz. By the end of Season 4, though, I'm starting to get tired of that, though, and wish we could like focus on things actually happening instead of building up characters who will die unceremoniously. But with this... There's a lot of side characters. Developing them all would be kind of hard, admittedly, which is why I don't think it makes sense to have them so involved with stuff like this. This dude has been on screen so little. I can tell you nothing about him. I don't even know his fucking name. I think he trained with the old guy. Like, the other girl... She's working under one of the main villains, so like there's something happening there, but like their dynamic has been nothing. He sat on her lap and he flirted with her poorly, and now they're in love. Like what? Huh?
Let me go.
Oh, sorry.
You just took advantage of the moment to hug her, you creep!
Yep, guilty. I honestly thought I could get away with it.
Well, I say you can't!
Why are you so invested in what I do? because you're always beating me to the punch! Weren't you the one that said
Thank you, Yo. I'm ready.
We've spent so much of the season focusing on other stuff that I feel like everything happening here... this might as well be happening in the first episode. The same episode when these characters were introduced. Yet the writing and execution of the scene is like treating this like that's the main characters, I feel. And not people we barely know. Why is this animation so bad?
But if it will keep you safe...
This animation's really bad. The reason it's so bad is, one, it's just a very brief looping animation that is very minimal changes. But, like, right now, a lot of things are being done through the visuals, not the dialogue or the general internal thoughts or writing and stuff. Like, most of it's just happening through the visuals. So when you spend, like, 3 seconds on a character doing... Like, what? Why are you doing that? Whatever. Let's keep going.
How disappointing. You talked such a big game, I hoped you might actually be a challenge.
The most animation quality in this show so far has been in the jiggle of that girl's boobs. Damn, this shit is kind of bad. I expected this to just be a kind of slow, chill thing to react to with not much to commentate on, but no, it's just kind of bad. What the fuck? Why is this so bad now? Apparently all the cut content from the novels is just politics, which is not what I'm critical of. I feel like the politics are already excessive and the character building is what's missing. See if things improve, I guess. That was bad. It's really frustrating because I thought this show would be so inconsequential that I wouldn't be able to get mad at it like I have for pretty much every other goddamn show. I can almost guarantee that the remaining things that I'm pretty much guaranteed to react to in this time frame are going to be absolutely fucking peak, which is the upside. Like, this is kind of the last thing that I'm uncertain of. Can we talk about how bad the openings in this show are? Visually, these might be some of the worst openings I think I've ever seen. Because, granted, I'm halfway through the core, but so far, I'm not given any indication that any of these things will happen within the core. Because, like, all 3 openings have prominently shown things that just aren't part of it in any substantial way. Not even substantial, just in any way. This stuff just doesn't happen in this part of the story. And if it does, why are we focusing on so much other stuff that isn't being shown in this?
Teach, wait!
Why are we back here again?
Don't leave. Stay here. I can't.
Pardon the fuck? What is the timeline of events here? The first episode started with him leaving. And within 13 minutes, we saw him back with them. Are these in randomized fucking order? Am I missing something?
Whoa! Oh man, you look awesome!
This is how season 1 ended. This is the 3rd time they've had an emotional goodbye. What the fuck?
Fine, but you better not forget to come and see us. Also, maybe after we all graduate.
Did the last 5 episodes happen concurrently with the end of season 1? What the actual fuck is this pacing?
Everyone's waiting.
Did we unnecessarily recap the literal end of the last season for the sole purpose of showing the events that take place directly after it? When is shit happening? This makes no sense. Okay, not clear at all. Not even a little bit clear. Episodes 1 to 5 were concurrent with the finale of last season, not counting the Diablo backstory. Wasn't that guy's name Black? Whatever, the Shizu backstory. That was completely unclear to me. Opening the season with Rimuru leaving the class... What the fuck? Okay. And the award for the worst paced season of anime I've ever watched might just go to this. Not just season, entire show, I guess. Like, what the fuck?
Who sold me out?
Your city's in my way. Not for long. Since I intend to destroy it.
Come again?
Allowing you to return there now would be a huge inconvenience.
There's 3 villain groups? None of which were developed yet? This might be the worst show I've watched so far. At least in terms of story structure. Mushoku Tensei is probably worse simply due to it being immoral. But in terms of writing, this is genuinely abysmally handled. This feels like Attack on Titan Season 2, where Season 1 just kind of forgets to develop things that are extremely relevant in Season 2. Which makes no sense, because I feel like a lot of Season 1 could have been considered wasting time in comparison to developing this stuff. This girl couldn't speak well and just gave up on life. You really just skipped to the end of the fight with this one? God, this needed more setup.
No matter what happens, I will keep you all safe.
It's okay. Stop crying.
Okay, honest question. Was the Orc Lord storyline relevant in any way to anything that ever happens? Aside from giving Rimuru an army of orcs to work with, what did that change? It gave him the gluttony skill, I think, but other than that in the army, what did that change? Because, like, that took up a fair amount of time. Literally all of which could have been used to develop this stuff further. Because this is completely out of nowhere in every possible fucking regard. Even in tone. Like, at least with Chainsaw Man, when shit went all crazy, in episode 8 and 9, I think, like, at least it was still part of the fucking tone of the show. That was already a crazy, chaotic, fucked up experience. So when all that shit went down, it was surprising, but not completely fucking jarring. This just feels like we suddenly shifted into a different show for no reason. Because none of this got any setup. God, at this point I just kind of want to sit through the entire season without saying anything so I can get through it faster. Because this is just frustrating. Season 1 had a bit of action, sure, but it never indicated that, like, things were ever going to pick up to any degree, I feel. Like, the first major threat of the show is solved by throwing honey at them. So forgive me for feeling like this seems out of place.
We're being attacked by monsters! You have to help us!
How, what? She would not
see the friendly monster land I heard of and find this?
Is this not the same nation that enslaved those 3 humans? That makes no fucking sense. I feel like this is equivalent to a US senator flying out to Moscow, starting a fist fight with police officers, and then the US bombing the entire country because Russians are treating, like, people aggressively in the streets. Like, that makes no sense. If those 3 have done literally anything for the nation at any prior point, it would be very obvious that this was a setup. Also, who is this a setup for? This army was already planning to invade. They already believed the monsters were monstrous. What? Huh? Why did they need to start a fight to make it seem like the monsters were bad when the army was just gonna come in regardless? And there's no bystanders. And the ones who ran away at the start of the fight saw the humans instigate it. What? This makes zero sense.
Tell me why you want to destroy Tempest. Who's behind this and why?
This is the dumbest shit. What the fuck is this? This makes no sense. The other part of this that's throwing me off is how early this is happening. With how strong the characters in the show can be, and how the animation has been so far, I have a hard time believing that this lasts for the entire season, especially if it's a two-core thing. And because of that, the fact that this is happening where it is in the story, and that it's happening with no build-up, is really fucking weird. I feel like a good comparison is My Hero Season 6 and SAO Season 4. Because those are both war arcs. My Hero starts pretty quickly. Episode 1 kicks things off with the war, and then it lasts until episode 13. However, it was set up for the entirety of the second half of Season 5. SAO built up to the War of the Underworld throughout all of Season 3, and then like the first 5 to 7 episodes of Season 4. And then from there, the next like 17 episodes are the war. Having something like this happen with no setup, I would consider dog shit fucking writing. Especially when it completely clashes with the pre-existing tone of the show. Jumping from these characters are all completely overpowered, nothing has ever posed a threat to them, all fights are casual at best, to we've got a war going on, multiple characters are in actual mortal danger, and Rimuru is now trapped very far away. Like, it's not just me, right? This is weird, right? It's out of nowhere. And just strange.
My title is Chief Knight of the Imperial Guard and Captain of the Holy Knights.
Why was this fucker in Season 1's opening?
Sakaguchi.
And Shizu personally asked me to help you.
She asked you for a favor. Are you serious?
Yeah, she was really worried about you. That's how I know who you are.
What a ridiculous thing to
I have no memory of this character.
I don't see the humor.
What's up with the music this season?
What's happening?
Only 3 attacks? Well, perhaps I underestimated you.
I feel like it's been way more electronic. I remember the first season having more orchestral style music. Okay, I guess now we're getting good animation. That's why last episode had 0 budget.
Any more hits?
I guess.
How much more can I withstand?
Answer. 3 more hits will kill you.
If I take 3 more of those things, I'm dead?
Why was Right Sage so quiet there?
Underestimated her.
This feels like if, in the span of 1 episode, a character was introduced into Overlord who immediately almost kills Ainz. Like, Rimuru has never been threatened by literally anything over the course of the show. And in the span of 1 episode, part of which was dedicated to other things, in 16 minutes, we have introduced a character who can suddenly not only trap and limit Rimuru, but can kill him in like 10 hits. Like, really? You're not going to spend any time setting that up. I like action as much as other people, but it needs to have setup or it's not good. The only excuse I can really see is when a character is intended to be a mystery. I don't think that's the case here. Her boss? Sure. Her? No.
Magicules are purified within this particular barrier. So even a high-level monster such as yourself will lose most
Also,
of their strength.
have barriers been a thing before? I do not remember any reference to that kind of thing. And that seems like wildly overpowered. Am I imagining that? This seems a little ridiculous. This feels like a domain expansion in a setting without other domain expansions to counter it.
Shizu is dead, and that's the result that matters. It's your fault. You killed the only person here who was kind to me.
Oh my god. That was the most boring type of character interaction. Why are the sound effects so loud? Okay. Why even pretend?
She's too freaking strong! Yeah, I definitely wasn't expecting a fight that I had no hope of winning. Regardless, I will keep fighting, even if it's in vain. I may be a slime, but I'm not so soft that I just roll over and die.
Maybe don't get in close.
I never would have imagined that you employ a superior spirit. Nice try. But it's still not enough to grant you a victory.
Man, you know nothing about Shizu, do you?
My consciousness faded, like I was sinking into oblivion. Then I lost it entirely. I plummeted into darkness, as if I were asleep.
Okay. This opening and ending were definitely choices that were made. This show should have been had a single 40-episode season to start. I think that would fix almost everything that's frustrating me here. Because generally with a season 1, you want to set the expectations for the kind of things you'll experience within the show. The 3-episode rule is to hook you. The first season should be to give you a taste of everything that's to come later on. Nothing that's been shown here has been even moderately like the first season. This is basically a new show. It'd be like if Overlord suddenly shifted in Season 5 to becoming about just managing Nazarick and building up the Kingdom of Sorcery. Like if that was the point of the show. Like if that's what it switched to. Like just a complete separation from everything that the show was. Introducing any of these plot lines within Season 1 would have made it better. I can't get over how bad the openings in this show are. This opening, as it currently is, and Season 1's second opening, as it is, could have been swapped and they would work better. Imagine an opening like this for the Shibuya incident. Do you see why I say it's dumb now? I'm fine with openings that aren't directly related to the events of the story. I think Fire Force's first opening is a really good example of that. But, like, it shows the vibe of the show and the characters who are present in it. It doesn't show random parts of the cast in scenarios they're not in within the season, while also spoiling things within the show and showing characters who have yet to come into play. How is that the gluttony skill? God, oh my God, that's so aggravating on my ears. I have not had this problem with other shows where it's so hard to balance being able to hear the show over my own voice without it being fucking deafening and incredibly grating. The sound design and audio balancing in this is horrible. And I don't know if that's the fault of the show or just what I'm watching it with, but like, Jesus. How is this the gluttony skill?
I have avenged you, Miss Shizu.
This isn't working. She's too freaking strong.
Just explain it in the moment. Ugh.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't expecting a fight that I had no hope of winning. Regardless,
we just watched this.
I mean,
separated into a pure spirit.
All right, defeat my enemy.
This isn't even relevant.
Making a body double in Amstring was a really good call. Hinata's strong, though. That girl is a beast.
We did not need a 2-minute flashback for something you could have shown in 10 seconds! Like, I feel like this show doesn't understand the concept of the filter that goes on a flashback. So instead of using that to indicate when something is a flashback, they show the 2 minutes of events leading up to the moment that you actually need to see.
But I think it's fair to say you won this battle, Master.
For real!
In most other contexts, I wouldn't have a problem with this, but, like, Rimuru really wanted to get to Tempest after hearing about the things that were going down there, and now he just doesn't fucking care! He's wasted, like, 2 minutes on this already. A person can die in that time in a war.
Anyway, we gotta hurry home! I'm worried about the goblin.
Finally.
It appears that Tempest has been isolated from the rest of the world by some sort of special barrier.
Oh man, that can't be good.
Then just
Is
go,
there another place
like...
near Tempest that we can jump to instead?
Why do you need fast travel points? What? Huh? Isn't it just a fucking teleport skill? Just go 20 feet outside the city walls.
I can't get in touch with any of my men that I sent into town.
And none of you have gone to scout shit out? So, a bunch of the people there are literal fucking ninjas. And you couldn't use any of them as scouts? They haven't currently implied that the barriers block all entry or exit, just that it weakens monsters and prevents magic communication and such. Maybe just magic in general, either one, but either way, it's not relevant.
There's a barrier or something interfering.
So it's true.
What the fuck are barriers?
Are you alright?
Did the army just leave?
Who are those people?
Here's the thing. It's nothing, my lord. You needn't concern yourself with it.
The plaza. Tell me what's going on.
Well, it's complicated.
Who are what people?
Who are those people?
These people?
My lord, you needn't concern yourself with it.
The plaza.
The ones that weren't in focus at all?
Well,
the fuck?
I'm not gonna let you get near her! Back off! I said get out of my way!
After what happened, you're fucking defending her. Have you looked at the fucking city, dude? I don't fucking care how hot she is. She was very clearly involved with setting up the barriers and would seemingly be involved in the overall assault and destruction of this entire fucking city. Why the fuck would you be defending her in any way? Even if Benimaru was actively trying to kill her, I feel like there's a fucking limit.
Master Rimuru, I'm sorry. I never had any intention of betraying you. I couldn't stand by and let them hurt Mulan.
Mulan?
After she nearly caused the genocide of this nation? Even if I believed this stupid romance storyline, are you fucking kidding me? This is just being actively complicit in a genocide. Am I supposed to feel sympathy for these characters? I feel some degree of sympathy for her, because considering she's seemingly enslaved and being threatened and whatnot, but the dude is actively defending someone who, in his eyes, basically just helped commit genocide. It's not specifically genocide, but I don't know a better definition. The destruction of an entire nation, the razing of its cities, and the slaughtering of its people isn't inherently genocide. But there's no word that fits that more closely.
There's no reason for you to be dragged into my mess.
Correct.
It's my choice.
I'm the one who caused such a horrific scene.
Horrific?
What? Am I watching a different show than these people? Fucking look around you. Even if no one died, this still fits the definition of horrific. Just fucking say it, people. Did you think this wasn't the state of affairs? Look at the town. Did you think this wasn't gonna be what happened?
What is all this? What happened here?
Did you not see the fucking conditions of the city before? Did you think this happened by accident? Did you think people would do this and wouldn't come in to kill your people? Were you not expecting this?
I received a report on what had transpired in Tempest while I was away.
Did the army just fucking leave?
Lady Shuna is treating both him and Gobta, who was also wounded badly in the fight.
I see.
But not Shion.
The knights from Falmouth were leaving Tempest.
Why the fuck did they leave?
We will consult with the Western Holy Church regarding what must be done about this unruly country. We will return 1 week from today. When we do, it'll be under our ruler, Great King Etymolus himself.
But then, what's in it for the Kingdom of Falmouth?
Okay, I get not, like, severely punishing her, but I feel like, Mulan over here should at least be in handcuffs or something. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Regardless of who actually did a lot of the damage, she partly caused it. And even if Rimuru could stop her very quickly, like, some level of precautionary measures are warranted.
Ah, so a profit for Tempest equals a loss for the Kingdom of Falmouth, right?
Is there a map of this setting yet?
I think it's time you told us the truth about why you messed with us. Don't leave out any details.
Mulan.
It's all right. I have nothing left to hide now.
Why the fuck are you on their side? Why are you acting like she has nothing to account for? Even if I consider defending her acceptable, that would only be under the pretense of them trying to kill her. Benimaru did not make it clear what his intentions were with her. And if the casting was complete and there was nothing he could do about it, I would assume he would just fucking arrest her. Stopping them from doing that is fucking stupid. Stopping her from explaining herself, stopping her from being forced to explain herself, is fucking wild.
And I serve the Demon Lord Clayman.
A demon lord.
Yeah, having second thoughts, dumbass. I need a break from this show. This has not been good. It's nice of them to update us on what's going on with Shion.